Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Genius Take the Wheel number 194. I'm currently stuck next to a delivery truck who's boxed me in. Okay, he's doing something. He said he'd only take 5 minutes, but I don't know. I've been here longer than 5 minutes. So still waiting for this truck to move. This is episode 194. Genius Take the Wheel. Just a bit of housekeeping. Thank you very much if you are watching this after I've gone off the air. Thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate you. I am just leaving the gym, and this snow is really something. I just really wish it wouldn't snow. But anyway, quick recap on the training. This is evil. This is evil. How you doing? I am being liberated from this parking spot. I think. I am being liberated. So Mrs. Evil is here. She'll always show us support. I got a little bit of a PSA for you guys. Okay. Can I continue to keep backing up to get out of here, or what? Okay. I am being liberated. Let's see. I don't have a good angle here. So I am going to back up. Sorry, guys. I have to find a new way off this block because that truck is really wide. Okay. And it's snowing. Why is it snowing? I thought it was supposed to be like climate change and global warming and stuff. Why is it snowing? Okay, so, all right. I'm able to move now. Okay, so, if you're watching this right now, listening to the sound of my voice, hit the like button. Thank you. All right, so today I was not looking forward to today's training. I did not want to get up. I had to drive kind of late at night. So to have my alarm set at 4:30 a.m. and I'm on the road damn near midnight, I was kind of like dreading it, but it wasn't so bad. I hit the snooze button once, so it wasn't so bad, you know. It definitely could have been a lot worse. But then I had to, you know, think about, you know, the training I have to do today, and not really, I don't know, I just wasn't really feeling it today. I haven't really been feeling it lately. I haven't really been feeling it at all. Just in general. And today my assignment was 4 sets of 5 at 495 on the leg press. And, you know, I'm very happy with myself. I did a warm-up set of 10 at 135, a warm-up set of 10 at 225, a warm-up set of 5 at 315, a warm-up set of 5 at 405. And then I went in there and I did the work. And I'm proud of the work that I did. Okay, you're not gonna let me change lanes. Thank you. Yep, you're not gonna let me change lanes either. Thank you. I appreciate you. Great. Thanks, guys. So, things flowed very smoothly. I was still a little bit worried about my quad, but at this point, I don't know if there really should be any worry. You know, I get a little bit of like some stray sensations in my left quadricep tendon, but it's real stable. It's strong. I don't hear any snapping or cracking. You know, obviously there's no inflammation. I don't really feel any deviations in the muscle or in the tendon or in the kneecap. So I have to be happy with where I am right now, physically speaking. Gotta move this bag. Gotta get something out this bag. All right, I'm gonna do it. I just need to get something out this bag. Definitely hit the subscribe button if you get that reference. And if you don't get that reference, I would still appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. But anyway, so I hit the 4 sets of 5 at 495. It was very smooth. It was very painful, but it was very smooth nonetheless. I have really no complaints about my quad. The muscle is reacting very, very well. I've noticed that I am getting some good hypertrophy. You know, the size of the legs, the width of the legs, the thickness of the legs. Pause. You know, I'm getting the results that I want. So I'm very happy when it comes to that. I did 4 sets of 5 on the single leg curl at 90 pounds. The left leg is my weak leg. So, you know, sets of 5 there, sets of 4 on the strong leg. And then I did 4 sets of 5 on the leg extension at 190. And everything was copacetic. You know, I can't be mad. Today flowed really, really well. I didn't really dread too much of it. I probably took a little bit too long to get through the training, but I'm very happy with my performance. I feel physically pretty good. I'm getting so close to picking up Mrs. Evil. Getting so close. Yeah, training was good today. I hit upper chest yesterday. That went very well. A new level of mind-muscle connection to my pectoralis minor, the clavicular head. I'm trying to get me some clavicular head, y'all. So, you know, things are working out pretty nicely on that. And I'm trying to make sure that that chest gets extra big for next spring and summer. So yeah, so I looked, and I know that I've lost at least 20 subscribers on this channel. Now, this is not to complain about you guys. You guys are great. But I also noticed this on TSP, where we purged out about, 20 subscribers, and it looks like the purge has begun on YouTube. And I'd like to see if, other channels are experiencing something similar. But I know for a fact that they're doing a purge. It's happened before. And, some people will have to, resubscribe. Some people will, I guess, stay unsubscribed. But I'm also hoping that, I'm not being screwed by the algorithm, just unsubscribing people against their will. I'm also thinking too that, Google might have a system by which, if you haven't logged in to, your Google account, for X number of months or even years, that they might just kind of delete that account so that they have a better understanding of, who are the active. And I think that's okay. But, us content creators on YouTube, and whether it's or not, doesn't make audit the audit or listening to audit instead of doing these live streams. I could be listening to Crossfade, which I kind of rediscovered after not listening to them for about 15 years. I could be, really doing something other than these live streams, but I choose to do them because I think that it brings value to many of you who watch, especially when you look at how a lot of people don't have a very positive mindset when it comes to training. And so I wanted to give you guys a different perspective, basically like a daily log of all of my leg days. Most people do a leg day once or twice a week. I am defiantly doing 3 leg days a week, and I don't like leg day. It's very painful. I go through a lot of negative thoughts about what I'm doing and whether what I'm doing is worth the effort. But there's so many things I learn about myself, and I learn about my body. And, then there's also the benefits of, why does it have to snow? I almost spenned out this expensive SUV just now because the snow is actually really sticking here in New York City. For real, for real. I pulled up to stop just now, and there was a whole motherfucking snowman, and then it turned into Mrs. Evil. Yeah. It is wow. Why is this happening? Okay. So, every now and again, YouTube does this thing where it just starts unsubscribing people from the channel. And the thing is, I understand that, YouTube has their thing and these types of things happen. But it doesn't feel good when, you're putting out effort and you're watching the subscriber count go down, right? I know for a fact that, on TSP, Captain Paul and myself, we put out a video making fun of Destiny. And then not long after that, we were dropping 2, 3, 4 subscribers a day. And I text Captain Paul. I was like, yo, I think they really hate the video. um, and, you know, we kind of like laughed it off. And then we lost like 15 subscribers like that. And I was just here on Sunday. And, you know, I already knew that I was losing subscribers because, you know, maybe some of the people that subscribe to this channel, Dr. Evil Genius, you know, they subscribe to it for, you know, me streaming Call of Duty or, you know, video games in general. And while I do intend to someday get back to streaming video games on this channel, I have not touched my PlayStation or Xbox in over a year now. It's been close to a year and a half since I've touched a video game console. And so obviously that kind of makes me depressed because I'm a gamer. I'm a gamer in my heart. But the problem is that the gaming industry is not the gaming industry anymore. It's all about them trying to increase their profits with microtransactions. So for me, I'm not really seeing games that I find interesting that these studios and developers are putting out, where they give you the whole game, they give you an interesting story, and they're not trying to browbeat you for being a straight white male or a straight male or a male. Or somebody who is, you know, something other than the alphabet soup. So there's so much propaganda in the form of entertainment today that, you know, I don't really find it like compelling or entertaining or anything like that. So I would love to find a game like for instance, the last game I streamed on this channel, I think, was Horizon Forbidden West. And I liked the gameplay mechanics, but the story was just futurist female garbage. Where like all the weak and evil people are males and your protagonist is a female. You don't get to choose a male. And, you know, all the men are bad, and, you know, the protagonist knows best, and she's just better than everybody morally. And then, you know, she's, you know, physically stronger and a better fighter than all the men. All the men are weak cowards who aren't evil. And, you know, I don't really find that to be entertaining personally. That's not appealing to me. So I would like a game that, you know, kind of is, you know, kind of light on the messaging and the propaganda, and also light or just completely non-existent when it comes to microtransactions. I don't want to pay $60 or $70 for a game and I get 12% of the game and I have to spend $7,500 extra to get the rest of the game. I'm not interested in that. So I might go back to streaming Horizon Forbidden West. Yeah, I think I might go back to streaming that game. Maybe for like a half an hour at a time, because sometimes I just don't feel like sitting in my office and with a controller in hand. I think I'm going to have to kind of relearn how to play that game. It's been so long. But I did like the gameplay mechanics in the game, and, you know, the open world environment. You know, like I said, you know, I'm still a gamer at my core. It's just there are other more important things going on in the world, and in the world, I mean, in my life. And you know, I want to accomplish some more stuff as far as like remaking my body. I will say, you know, I had someone help me in the gym with taking a little bit of footage of me deadlifting from the profile. And I'm not mad that I failed on the deadlift, but I am mad that I've worked so hard to pack on muscle. And then when I watch myself set up for the deadlift on the profile side, it's almost like I turn to the side and I disappear. It reminded me of that funny skit on Family Guy where Cristobal is dating Kate Moss, because, you know, if you're, you know, this contemporary artist, you know, you have to be with like a super hot model actress chick. But they were making fun of how skinny she was and slipping through the cracks and being blown out of windows and all that shit. I thought it was hilarious because they were talking about Kate Moss. It's not so hilarious when you're a 6'3" guy trying to build muscle, and the best you can do is disappear when you turn to the side. I didn't like that very much. To be real careful with these terms. Feels like hydroplaning on styrofoam. Does that make sense? Probably not. Styrofoam probably has a lot of friction. But yeah, really didn't feel very connected to the road making these turns. But yeah, you know, I've worked so hard to work on like muscle building and strength, and I turn to the side and disappear. I really hate that. Anyway, a little bit of a PSA, y'all. I gotta say this. I don't really care what time of the year it is. Don't care. I don't care, because for me, I look at the way that people look at these holiday seasons, and I don't see none of the principles that are espoused by people claiming that these events are so great, like Christmas is so great. I don't see any kindness. I don't see any deferential treatment towards people. I don't see any patience. I don't see any chill. It's a lot of selfish people out here, still out, you know, here miserable as hell, you know, spreading negative energy into the world. I gotta make this clear to you guys. You know, some of you guys watching me may not need to hear this, but maybe some of you will, or maybe some of you might be able to commiserate. When you're dealing with people that are doing thankless work in the world, you guys, sometimes you don't have to say anything kind, right? Like, you don't have to say anything kind to anybody. But what we would like you to do is to not be a douche. And, you know, I get it. You know, everybody's got bad days. Everybody's got, you know, different things that they're going through in life, right? But the older I get, the easier it is for me to understand the concept of just don't be a douche, right? Like, you know, there are situations where, you know, you're in a bad mood. You know, this is the time of year where people are going to be in the worst mood because, you know, we just hit the winter solstice, and that means that we are in the very shortest days of the year, right? Like right now, in the northern hemisphere, the northeastern United States, yes, I'm hailing from New York City, and we are New York City. We're gonna start seeing the sunrise moving a minute or two later, but sunset is also gonna move a minute or two later every day. And then probably by the middle of January, we're gonna start gaining a minute of sunlight every day. You know, you're going to start seeing at a certain point, the sunrise is going to start being rolled backwards, and the sunset is going to be rolled forward until, you know, we get back to those long days of May in June. So people are not really, you know, you got the seasonal affective disorder. Not everybody is going to be in a great mood, right? But understand that it is okay to be in a bad mood. It's okay to not have good days. It is also a lot easier than you think to simply not be a douche, especially when you're talking about dealing with people who are tasked with the assignment of assisting you in any way, shape, or form. I think I might get a really nice spot here for myself. Ah, very nice. Very nice. You know, it's really not hard to simply just, again, and the thing is, you don't even have to be kind. You know, like I realize here in New York City, you know, kindness is not going to be the forte of New Yorkers. I get it. I've that ship has sailed long ago, as far as I'm concerned. And you know, that's fine. You know, you don't have to be kind. You don't have to look out for other people. But there is still a lot of space in between being aloof and detached. There's a lot of space between that and being a douche. And I would like you guys to just kind of remember, and sometimes you may have to be the one to remind other people in different ways that, you know, you don't have to you don't have to be nice to people. You don't have to say kind things. You just, you know, if you're really really struggling out here in these streets to be a decent human being, just isolate yourself from other human beings. You know? Just isolate yourself from other human beings. If you have to be around other human beings, just don't say anything to anybody. If it's really that difficult to not be a douche. And if you don't say anything because you find it really hard to not be a douche, and then you're like, you know what? It's too hard to not be a douche. I'm not going to say anything at all. Guess what? You're not being a douche. You know, it's to me, it's just really not difficult to not be an asshole. And, you know, you have people out there intentionally spreading negative energy out in the world, and they forget, especially in a city like this, like, you know, you have people trying to be kind to you and you're being a douche. Like, this is still New York City, you know? Like, if the high table was real, like, they'd be formidable. But this is still New York City. Like, bitch, I don't have to help you. You know, somebody's doing you a favor. Act like it or shut the fuck up. I don't know. That's just my perspective on things, y'all. You know, when you guys are dealing with, like, you know, people who you should expect are being underpaid and also under-respected, I just, I would like, I know this might be asking too much, and maybe some of you around the world might think that I'm actually being reasonable when I ask this. Sometimes when you're dealing with people who are in thankless situations, you know, sometimes just being cool, you know, just be nice. You know, even if you don't appreciate the person, using a phrase like "I appreciate you" can change somebody's whole day. It really can. You know, there are people who, like, I'm very tolerant of. I'm not sure if I really quite appreciate them, but I tell them that anyway. There's just something that just brings up somebody's mood. Now, I don't recommend telling people you appreciate them if you hate their guts. I don't recommend that. But, you know, just saying something kind that you know. And the thing is, you know, I know we hear this cliche all the time, but kindness costs you nothing. That's real. That's real. Do you know what costs you even less? Silence. Whatever, y'all. You know, YouTube is purging my sub count. I hope I'll stay over 1K. You know, it's like the sub apocalypse. I think I've been, you know, I've had channels go through this before, so it's not like the worst thing in the world, but it does kind of suck. I work too hard, and I'm too consistent with this channel to have YouTube doing me like this. Leave my dead subs alone. If you're watching this, make sure you're still subbed to the channel, because YouTube is acting like haters. Weirdly enough, I'm looking at 2 Hyundai Elantras, the same make and model and the same color. It's just weird. Today's weird. Like, and they're parked one right behind the other. I think the only thing that's different are the hubcaps. Insane. If they're both from Jersey, I'm just quitting life for the rest of the day.
If you throw your hands up when you walk past it.
Oh, yeah, then you'll know. You'll be like, bah humbug. But yeah, I really don't care what time of the year it is. I don't care what religion you subscribe to. I don't care. Being kind costs you nothing. All right. And being undouchey costs you even less. None of us are perfect, though, so I have to honor that. But I was just kind of annoyed by what I've been seeing in my neighborhood and some of the testimonials I've been hearing lately. I'm just not particularly happy with it. I know people are like really gung-ho about like having gifts given to them. That's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to enjoy gifts being given to you. But sometimes it's good for the soul if you kind of think a little bit about what you might be able to offer to other people's lives, not just what other people can offer to you. So.
I forgot to put them back on.
All your teeth are going to fall out of your mouth now.
They are.
So. Well, I mean, you tried, right?
I'm just realizing
that. Well, we'll have some gummy interactions. And on that note, thank you so much for watching TSP. If you watch TSP, but this is DEG. I'm sorry. I'm really... Hey, Zombie Cat. Wow. Whoa, blast in the past. Zombie Cat. Thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate you. I gotta go to work now. My legs are gonna get more and more sore and painful throughout the day. I earned it with my leg press. Zombie Cat, I really do appreciate you for coming back, man. And I do plan to stream video games again. Just got to give me some time. I also got to make sure that my settings on my computer still allow me to stream. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I will be back on Thursday. I might even stream tomorrow. Going home from the gym. I might even do that. Because, I don't know. I really want to put a certain title on the stream, and you can really only do that on a particular day of the year. Anyway, I'm out of here. I salute all of you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you